Welcome to Stencil. Now, for those of you who don't know, Stencil is a tool that helps filmmakers and visual storytellers like you improve the output of their work by helping you do things like optimize both your story and visuals, as well as help you stay better organized during the production process by giving you access to story planning tools, shot planning tools, character development tools, location scouting tools, casting tools, and much, much more. In this tutorial, however, we're just going to be focusing on how to get started. So we're only going to be looking at this page here, which allows you to add new projects. So if you don't have an account yet, a link to Stencil can be found below. When you first sign up for Stencil, a sample project will have been created for you, so you can get a rough idea of how projects look within Stencil once they have a little bit of substance to them. You can browse through this sample project, and then once you're ready, you can just delete the sample project and then add your own custom projects. Now, projects can be placed in a wide range of categories, from feature films and documentaries to short films, commercials, music videos, and more. Now, keep in mind that Stencil gives you full control over the styling of the app as well. Here, for instance, I can toggle between light and dark modes, and I can even change the application's color palette by clicking on this icon here. Now, there are some pre-selected colors here that you can choose from, or what you can do is you can click on custom colors and then choose your own brand's custom color palette. As a rule of thumb, we suggest that you use a darker color for your primary color and a lighter version of the same color for your secondary color. So for example, if we were to look over at a sample casting call, you'll notice that the primary color is showing up here as the darker color, and the secondary color that I'm using here is showing up right here as the lighter color. Okay, so back over on our main project page, let's now add a new project. So simply give your project a title, select a category, give it a description, and then upload any associated cover art for your project. Now, once your project is added, it will show up here. Now, if you ever need to edit your project details, you can click on this little edit icon down here. And then once you're ready to start working on this project, you can click on this icon here, or just click on the cover image of the project. But just before we do that, I want to draw your attention to these little dots right here. Now, these dots represent the progress of this project so far as it works its way from the planning stage to the marketing and distribution phase. Now, I'll show you how to push your project through these stages in just a moment. But for now, just remember that you can always get a bird's eye view of this project's progress by looking at these dots here. Also, one last thing before we click on our project, Stencil is a very powerful film management tool. Now, each section within the app is kind of like its own app. Now, for us, this was important to bring historically separated tools under one roof so that you don't need, for example, 15 different subscriptions to manage your projects. Now, previously, you would need to get a writing app to write your project, plot visualization software to visualize your story, casting software to cast your project, and so on. With Stencil, we bring all of these tools under one roof. Not only that, but with each tool, we give you an enormous amount of control over the settings of that particular tool. So to help ensure that you never feel lost on most of these pages within our application, you can click on this little expand icon over in the sidebar. And then from here, you'll see a tutorial on how to use this page or any page that you're on within the application. So if you're on our writing tool page, you can just expose the tutorial on how to use the writing tool. If you're on the team dashboard page, expanding that section will show you a little tutorial on how to use the team dashboard page and so on. Okay, so let's go back to our main project page now. Now, we can always get back to our main project page by clicking on this link here. And then from here, if we click on this project, we'll be brought to our team dashboard page. Now, this is where you can communicate with your entire team, or the entire team anyway, that's assigned to this project. Everyone from producers and directors to the actors and sound designers and so on. Now, on this page, you can do things like post-production updates, news, events, and so on. Now, we'll talk about this tool in the next tutorial. For now, I just wanted to show you how to push each project's progress forward. Now, notice these little blurbs up here. Now, these sections represent the 6 stages of production. We start with story and development, and then we end over here to the right with marketing and distribution. We can, for example, click on story and then click on these little story development items, and we can click them off one by one as we complete them. Now, once the entire list of to-do items in this category have been marked as completed, this stage of production will also be marked as completed. So let's imagine, for example, that we have just finished the first 2 stages of production completely. Now, if we were to click on Save here, anyone with access to this dashboard page can now see in real time the progress of this project so far. Likewise, if we jump back over to our main project page, you'll notice that this project has its first 2 stages marked as complete. Notice that right here. So if you manage multiple projects, you'll be able to see each project's progress in real time on your main dashboard page here. So in upcoming tutorials, we'll be going through the other tools within Stencil as well. There's a lot to unpack here. So for example, over to the left, you'll see that you can manage all of your global film studio assets. So for example, you can access your entire database of crew, any actors who have submitted applications to you. You can manage your locations and so on. Now, over the years, you'll build up large databases of people and places and contacts. And it's helpful to keep all of these studio-wide assets in one place. So that's what you can do over in the left sidebar here. So we're going to stop there for now, and I'll see you over in the next tutorial. And remember, if you're on a site like YouTube, I'll post a link to the next tutorial in the description below. Or if you're already working within Stencil, then just click on the demo project, which will then redirect you to the team dashboard page. And then from there, simply expand the help section and then play the next tutorial in the series from there. So that's it. I'll see you over in the next one.